Well, good morning, guys. So, yes, I'm really excited this morning. I came in here and Miss Ruby has eaten all of the grain that I put a little bit in over the last couple days. And this morning, I don't know if Dad's told you guys, but she really hasn't been pooping. Like, it's been really hard and like only because she's so dehydrated and everything. She actually pooped this morning. So I had to quit feeding and run up and tell Dad. So yes, I'm excited over a cow pooping. And it was actually real poop this time. So yeah, she's doing a little bit better, but we're definitely not out of the woods. And this morning she was chewing her cud, which she has not done in a while. I'm talking like maybe 5 days. She hasn't even done it. So we're making milestones, but we're not totally out of the woods.
Okay, it's after lunch, a little while after lunch. Number one, got her to eat a little bit of grain. And I walked over here, she was over in the corner off to my left. And she didn't want me to get that close to her over there. So she walked over and she actually went over and she took 3 decent slurps out of the trough. And she pooped when she did it too. It's right there. It's pretty loose, but that is what it is. Stuff's moving through and she's eating and she's drinking now. And what I was just doing a minute ago was I got down here and I looked. Her eyes aren't all sunken in. She's not completely hydrated, but she's hydrated enough that her eyes aren't sunk in. Not like they were. So, still not sure if it's just a pneumonia thing or what's going on. Hoping she still has a live calf in her. To draw on her, I mean, more or less a parasite to her staying alive at the moment, but if she don't have a live calf in her, she ain't worth much either. And if she takes a live calf with her, if she don't make it, well, then that's just way backwards. She still don't feel good. But she's more alert. That's always a plus. Just the fact that her ears are moving instead of just hanging there. And her poor cohort over here, stuck in solitary confinement too, because these are the last 2-year-olds that haven't calved yet. And would it help if they were together? Well, it'd boost her spirits a little bit. But if they're together, we have no idea what she's eating and what she's drinking. And we're going to pull out another couple little tricks. She's going to get a little, we don't have any way to WHEY to feed her. But we do have a little milk replacer, which will help. And try sprinkling some of that on the grain, see if that helps. And another little trick. She was after molasses a little bit. Well, okay, they're after sugar, brain food. Karo syrup is really good for that. We've used that in calves that have had issues. Yeah, corn syrup, Karo syrup, whatever you want to call it. So she's pouring a little bit of that on her grain over there and see if she'll go after it. You know, ain't a lot in there, but a little bit. And that'll help her brain function better, which may, God only knows, that could be what she needs. Don't really dare give her any more vitamin B than we have, because she did finally pee some that number one saw, about a tablespoon. So vitamin B, if you give them too much, they just piss it out. But if they're not pissing, they're not going to piss it out. So that's the take on that. And she's holding up a product called VitaCharge. It mix it in with their feed, or you can pour it down their throat, however you can get in them. And it gives them an appetite, makes them want to eat.
And water too.
And it makes them want to drink too. So, unfortunately, her other friends are over there, so that's where she wants to stand. Yet her food's over here, and her water's over here. Yeah, it is what it is. No, we've still got things to do.
Well, guys, sometimes you have to fool them. I had that feed pan over here, because she likes to eat with her friend since they've been separated. And she would rather have some hay, so my lovely concoction of her grain, I just poured over the top of just a little bit of hay there. And she's actually been eating it. So we'll see what happens, guys.
It's a little dark. I can't zoom back any farther without crawling out of the cab, out the back window, and I won't fit. So there's that fancy radio. Speaker behind it, and there's two behind my head. Here's that panel that I did the fixing on. And you can see that corner. Where'd it go? There it is. Little on the front, straight ahead of it. And then I guess this was the only, that corner, little on this corner. It's in there. And I don't know what's supposed to be in that extra hole. Nothing there, so may put a plug in there. And I don't know if I showed that mounted yet or not. Everything's done except the wiring to the monitor and the power wire to the CB. I'm just going to jump it off the monitor. And believe it or not, what should have took, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes putting that frickin' plastic piece in, that was about a 2-hour ordeal. On the front side, the screws go straight into the body. That's fine. On this back side, all these are them little nut clips. These 4 across here are slid on this way. These others, there's a hole back here, and it's slid on that way because there's a angle piece in front of it. We broke that corner when trying to put it together the first time around. Luckily, I had another one. Number one thought she had it in. We go put the thing back up. Can't find a hole with the screw. Stick a drift in there. Can't find a hole with the drift. Pull it back down. Can't figure it out. Finally figured out she had it part way on. It wasn't all the way on. It was covering the hole. And it wasn't lined up to be in the hole. Excuse me. So, that's the story there. And, yeah. I still don't have any steps. I still got to wait till after the booms are on for that, because one way or the other, the boom is going to be right outside that door. Makes me glad I opted to use this cab and not the Swather cab, because it's got a swinging door that's pretty big. And there's no way I'd get in and out with that in here. So, and one thing I did notice today, and I thought I noticed it the other day, the seat is not centered in the cab. I am sitting centered in the seat. The steering wheel and that front trunnion there are centered on the machine. The cab is centered on the machine. This works at an advantage a little bit because I got to put a gear shift to my right side, so there's more room. But the disadvantage is the natural position, if you're sitting in the seat for the throttle, is right where the brake pedal is. So it's going to be a stretch over for the throttle. Or put the throttle back a little. If I put it back about there, it still puts the brake where it's easy to get to. So that might be what happens. I don't know. Those are still things to figure out, but I got other things that, which do you do first? Clutch and throttle and gear shift would be nice to have done already, but at the same time, there's other things that need to get worked around and through, and that just kind of makes it a nightmare in a way. But when it's done, hopefully everything will be able to be worked on and done. And I still haven't quite figured the door out. I can get it slammed from the outside. I ain't got it done from the inside yet. I don't know if I need to do a little adjusting or what, but I'm not sure how to adjust. So I know it fits really, really tight, and I suppose slamming it from in here, I'm kind of pushing down when I'm closing it, which doesn't help. It's also at the same time that the outside rollers drop in the low spot in the track to lower it so it seals down there. So, okay, that's like the first time I've actually tried to close it from in here, and it didn't happen. I can get it to close from the outside. Get you where you could see. That's how the latch works. Little slop there. So, I don't know. Maybe that needs to get shimmed a little, or maybe this needs to get tweaked a little. We'll figure it out. Latches when you open it, but it's got a little, which I'm gonna have to figure some way to tighten that up if I choose to run with the door open. So we'll see what happens. Look, it's Ron. And hey, look, it's Red. Red literally just got back from the vet. He had an abscessed tooth, and they said the tooth right next to it really didn't look very good either. So he just had 2 teeth pulled. So he's not a happy camper. And him and Blue being litter mates, who the only time they've ever been apart from each other is if one of them has had to go to the vet. They were both going a little apeshit. So he gets to spend the night in number 2's room.
No, Mom said he was spending the night in the trailer.
Yeah,
huh?
Nope. Him and Rainey don't cohabitate at night that well. And he's your
Well,
dog.
They're going to learn.
So, yeah. He still looks a little swelled there, don't he?
A little.
Just a little. Not much different than he was this morning.
No,
So he don't look.
No, he's more swollen than he was this morning.
Oh, his
That
eyes.
eye's damn near clear
Well,
shut now.
the eye was half shut this morning. So
Okay.
anyway, everybody, that's where he is.
He's
So,
still drowsy.
I'm gonna call it a night. It's 6 o'clock now. So that's the end of our day. Thanks for watching.